What's up, family? Your girl is back momentarily. What is up? I want to talk to y'all really quickly. I don't really have all the words that I'm going to say, but I definitely wanted to come on and talk to y'all before the new year. Definitely want to talk to y'all before the new year. So when you come in, please say hey, please say what's up. It's been a month. It's been 4 weeks since I have posted anything on social media. It's been 4 weeks since I posted anything on any type of social media platform. Baby Kim is actually 4 weeks old today. Um, and I just want to come and talk to y'all real quick. What is up? Let me see. Okay, I see y'all. What's up, Lexi? What's up, Amanda? What's up, Rebel or Rebel Life? Yes. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna try to talk to y'all really quickly about all of the stuff that's been happening. Try to talk to y'all really quickly about all the stuff that's been happening. What's up, Organized Chaos, Angel Face, Shay? What's up? I'm gonna try to talk to y'all and give y'all some insight. I know Dream gave y'all his perspective on everything that has taken place up until now. I'm going to give my perspective. What's up, Gemini love? So, for me, y'all, this whole process, not even just having the baby, but I think everything leading up to. So, y'all know, leading up to us having the baby, we had the Master Student Conference. Um, I have been coaching my ass off up until having the baby. Um, Consistent videos, Patreon, just in the grind, right? And I truly feel that everything leading up to the baby has been a part or the start of an initiation. And a lot of times, y'all, in the spiritual community, we talk about initiation and we talk about, I know a lot of people get like initiated into like EFI and initiated into these different segments of spirituality. But real initiation, this is what I'm understanding. Real initiation is when you go through a spiritual process that you couldn't even think of or fathom or create within your own mind. It is almost as if you have no control in the manifestations that are taking place in your life. Spiritual initiation, y'all, really comes from trauma, and it is something that you really can't rush. It's something that you really just have to take a deep breath and accept the process, accept what you are experiencing. And I want y'all to know that before you break through, before you reach new levels of consciousness, before you reach new levels of abundance, of relationships, of business, of anything in your life, there is an initiation process that you go through. Dreamwise would say it's, out of chaos comes order. And chaos is when all of the shit, all of this stuff is just happening. And it's like if it ain't one thing, it's another. Something here, something there, something, something, something. And You feel like you just cannot breathe. You cannot catch your breath. How many of y'all ever had an experience like that where you're just like, ah, where you like Tony Braxton and you like, breathe again, where you just want to breathe again. You want some type of flow. You want some type of order. You want some type of organization. You want some type of, you want to just feel a flow, an order in your life. How many of y'all have ever had that experience? Yeah? It's in those moments where there is no order. It's in those moments where everything is just chaos. It's like one thing after another. Right when you figure out something else, there's something else happening. It's in those moments where you are being initiated. And it really can feel like I mean, you just have no control. You just have no control. And you're just being forged by fire. You're being refined by human shit. So for me, that process kind of started. I mean, y'all, it was the Master Student Conference was such a beautiful manifestation. And some of y'all know this, maybe not, but I was past due. I was past our due date at the Master Student Conference. Baby Kim was due, her due date was November 19th. The Master Student Conference was November 26th. And I felt great. I felt great at the Master Student Conference. I had my energy. I was in my flow. I was in my spiritual bag, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful manifestation. But at the same time, in my mind, in my heart, I was like, okay, this baby needs to come though. We're past the due date. It's time for this baby to come. It's time for her to be here. But we still had to have patience. We still had to just be like, she's going to choose her own birthday. We're not going to get induced. She's going to choose her own birthday. So, November 30th, happy birthday to baby Kim. November 30th, we start having contractions at 3 o'clock in the morning, and things are rolling, y'all. If you are a mother or even a father and you've witnessed the mother of your child be in labor, you know it's no joke, right? I'm laboring at home. We got Dream here. We getting it. We getting it. We like, okay, baby's about to be born. The expectation is that baby is going to be born at home the same way or similar to her older brother and her older sister. They were both born at a birthing center. So out of hospital births, unmedicated, rocking it. Just dealing with all of the sensations, dealing with everything that comes with having a baby. So such a painful thing, y'all. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. So we're at home, y'all. We're rocking, we're rolling, and I want to say we get about 8-9 centimeters dilated, meaning we've done the work. We're ready. Baby, it's time for you to come. We're 8-9 centimeters dilated. We're about to start pushing soon. And my midwife starts to monitor baby Kim's heart rate. And her heart rate is dropping, it's decelerating. And it's unsafe at this moment. Why? At the time we didn't know why. At the time we didn't know why her heart rate was dropping so low, but we knew it was unsafe. We knew we had to go to the hospital. Midwife calls the ambulance. I'm delirious at this time, y'all. I was kind of delirious for a couple of days actually. I was not here. This was spiritual initiation though, cuz I was not here. I was all up in the realms. Cuz when you're having a baby, y'all, you're all in spirit. There's your human understanding, and when you're dealing with the pain of labor, your human rationale, your human mind, your conscious mind, it literally goes away. You have no control, so you have to really surrender to spirit. So as everything is happening, we're on the back of an ambulance. I'm just like out of it. I'm 9 centimeters dilated. I am experiencing labor. I would have never thought I would have been on the back of an ambulance. It never crossed my mind. Okay. We get to the hospital. We get rushed up to labor and delivery. And as they are monitoring me and monitoring the baby, they see the heart continue to decelerate as well. And it was simultaneous to where Dream, my midwife, and I knew that we were about to have a C-section. And we were just like, yeah, let's go. Like, we didn't want to continue risking baby Kim. But y'all, when we go into this C-section operating room, we're thinking it's going to be, what we see on TV or what we see on social media. Mother is awake. She's numb, but she's awake. She knows what's going on. Husband, partner, baby's father is there. And he gets to see when the baby comes out and blah, 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 blah. Typical C-section like that. But something switched, y'all, when I got into that operating room where I want to say there's probably about 20 people in there. There are people talking. There are people yelling. There are people doing different stuff to me. I was totally taken out of my body, so to speak, because I had no control over my body. I had no control over my body. People are grabbing an arm, leg, hands in my yoni. Y'all, I was out of there. And somebody grabbing my head, somebody putting something in my arm. I mean, no control over my body, no say-so over my body. This was scary. To have no say-so over your body. I couldn't have made it up. And I remember right before they put this mask over my face. I remember just looking up and just saying, Spirit, just talking to Spirit, talking to my ancestors, spirit guides, and just asking for protection for me, for my baby, and that we will be okay. And next thing you know, I'm waking up in a room with a white lady, a nurse or something, and I'm like, what's going on? Where's the baby? Where's my husband? Where are the people that I love? Why am I waking up in this room with you? Why was I put to sleep? And yes, definitely sending you love, Angel. Sending you lots of love. But Y'all, I was totally taken out of my body. My body was not my own. It was, I'm grateful to have been a vessel to carry our daughter for the time that I carried her. I'm grateful to have had the health and the well being to be able to go through an emergency C-section where I actually hemorrhaged on the table, lost a lot of blood. Um, and then, y'all, after woke up from the C-section, y'all, I could not see the baby for like 10, 10 hours or so. For 10 hours, I literally didn't have no clue of what was really happening with our baby. For myself, I couldn't know for myself. Everything was through the phone, calling Dream or talking to my midwife or talking to my mom. I say all of that to say that that was an initiation, an experience like that, an initiation for me, an initiation for Dream, an initiation for our baby. Because it was a lot of just spirit, at play where you cannot make sense of things. Spirit, the divine, the all, which has polarity, right? Which has polarity, which has both perceivably good and perceivably bad, has both, right? Spirit has both. You're dealing with spirit when you cannot make sense of things, where you cannot say 1 + 1 = 2, where you cannot say this led to this, led to this. You're dealing with spirit when it just makes no rational sense. And it's in those moments to where you just have to totally just be like, ah, where you just have to let go. Where you just have to be like, okay, I'm having a spiritual experience. I'm being initiated, so to speak, into something. What that thing is, I don't know. What's to come from this hard experience, I don't know. And so after 10 hours of not being able to see our baby, of being on morphine, I was on morphine, connected to IVs, had a catheter in. I couldn't even feel when I was going to go pee. I had no control over my body. But I trusted spirit. I did. I had trust. That's for sure. I definitely had trust. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I know everything is going to be okay. I don't know why I'm in this hospital bed after, I don't know how I done had a C-section after I've delivered 2 children unmedicated vaginally outside of a hospital. So 10 hours later, I called a nurse no, I think my dad. Cuz my mom had to come and take care of KJ and Kara, our other 2 children. And so that Dream was taking care of Kim, or being a watchful eye over Kim. He did not leave her side while she was in that NICU being cared for. So my dad came. My dad came to the hospital to be with me, which was so sweet. That was a full circle that was a it's been 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks, but I hadn't talked about this in this way. So even as I talk about it, there's still new moments, new aha moments, new spiritual realizations that so yeah, it was my dad coming. It was so crazy because when I called him, I I could hear his love. When I called him, I could hear his love. And that's coming from me who for a long time questioned my father's love because of the abandonment, the rejection, those childhood experiences. You know, the story, I've told it time and time again, being that child that, wants their dad, blah, 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 blah. So in this situation, it was a full circle moment because when I called him and he could hear my voice, because at this point, it's probably 9 o'clock at night. I had the C-section at Kim was born at 10:34 a.m. It's 9 o'clock at night. I still haven't seen her. So when I called him, he could hear in my voice the concern, the need for that support. And I could hear, babe, what's wrong? That's how he kind of answered the phone. And when I told him, we had an emergency C-section, Kim is in the NICU. My mom has to leave because she's going to go take care of KJ and Kara. Shout out to my mom for being who she is. Shout out to our entire support system. Because some of y'all, even y'all, the family, the spiritual family, some of y'all were sending messages randomly. Hey, sending y'all love. It was like so many people who weren't so close to us, like in our intimate family. It was like the extended family knew that something was happening. So shout out to y'all as well. But it was a full circle moment because when I really needed my father, that masculine strength that I needed as a girl, that I needed as a child, he showed up. He showed up. He really showed up. And he sat there with me for hours until I was able to go see baby Kim. And then when I was finally able to go see her for the first time, my dad actually rolled me down there. Because again, I'm in a whole separate area on a whole different side of the hospital. Kim is in the NICU. Dream is with her, being the protective papa bear. But my dad rolled me in my wheelchair with this. I got all of these tubes still connected to me. But he rolled me down there to go see Kim. 10 o'clock at night, 12 hours later. My baby had been born. She had been here for 12 hours. And her mom could not see her. But when I finally got down there, I got to see Dream. I had already seen him before, but like I said, I was delirious on drugs. When I finally got to see her, you know, she had all of these tubes in her nose and mouth and everything. And it was just, I was grateful to Spirit because I don't know, I just came in with a certain certainty. But it was an initiation. And the initiation did not stop there, y'all. We stayed in the NICU. I mean, y'all, when you go through these spiritual initiations, right, where you just kind of don't know what's happening, why it's happening, how it's happening, why you, when you just don't know, you just don't understand, you can't rationalize, you can't make sense of it, you, this is programming the subconscious mind. Y'all have heard the words time and time again: trauma, repetition, symbols. This is how we program the subconscious mind. Spiritual initiation comes through trauma. And this emergency C-section, our baby being in the NICU for 6 days, was trauma. And then y'all know spiritual people. Let me go ahead and say this right now. Spiritual people, we really have to stop being so caught up on the conspiracy theories. Now, that's not to say that in these systems, like the medical system, the education system, the law system, that's not to say that in these systems there aren't things that are fucked up. There are. But at the same time, these systems are put in place for a reason. And at this point in time in our lives, we needed the medical system. We needed these white doctors, these white nurses. It was all white. When I tell you it was all white, I had all of the doctors, the doctor who did my C-section was a white man, and every nurse in there that supported him in getting Kim out and making sure that I stayed alive even after I hemorrhaged were white people. And I didn't have time. I didn't have energy to be thinking about the fucked up systems and to be thinking about white people. and I can't trust the people. I did not have time for that on that table. I had to trust Spirit, and I had to trust that Spirit would move in this space, would move in this place, and would make sure that I received what I needed. Even when it came to baby Kim, even Dream in the chat right now, putting some of them. So what? We gotta stop being like, oh, you know, these people racist and who cares? Are they gonna save your life right now? And not even are they going to save your life. Let me not say that, because spirit, the divine, is the controller of life. But are they going to do what is necessary? Are they going to support you in being here? This is what it is. We had white nurses, Asian nurses, Indian nurses working with baby Kim. We had one black woman that worked with baby Kim in those 6 days of us being there. You have a day nurse, you have a night nurse. Couldn't I, you cannot, and I'm saying this for spiritual people, because we be, nah, I can't go to the hospital. Or nah, I ain't calling the police. Or nah, I ain't going to school. Forget school. Fuck the system. We got to stop that. You have to be intuitive. You definitely have to be intuitive. But at the same time, you just really gotta trust. Like, we had no control. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is how spirit, only thing we could control was our mind, our vibration, and what we were putting out there. Us saying, okay, everything's going to be okay. Things are going to work out fine. She's going to come through this. I'm going to come through this. I did not even recognize the trauma that I went through having an emergency C-section, being put to sleep, being taken outside of my body, not having no control over my body. I didn't even come to the full, and I'm still processing it, but I didn't come to the realization of what had actually happened to me because I was so focused on Kim until I want to day 5 or 6, when we were finally like about to leave. This is when I finally broke down and was like, wow, what I thought I was going to happen, the birth that I thought I was going to have, uh, all the plans that I had, all of that, no, not happening. So I say all of that to say to you spiritual people, when you are in some of these situations, you got to use these systems. Please don't have this mentality of, I can't go to the doctor, I can't go to school, or I shouldn't go to school, or I'm not going to use these systems. Don't do that to yourself. Because I'm going to tell y'all, there was some nurses that were taking care of baby Kim that were so vital in supporting her recovery. Okay? But if we go into it with this mentality of, I cannot trust these people can't help me, we live in a messed up system. You go into these spaces with that type of mentality, it's not going to prosper. And you're going to manifest people who don't give you the care that you need. You're going to manifest people who don't support your well-being. Thank you, Amanda. That's perfect. Shout out to Spirit for assigning the proper medical team to the job for the family. Ashe to that, Amanda. But that boils down to, again, the mind, the vibration, and just saying and repeating to ourselves, though we are in this space, we are going to come out of it, and we are going to be supported in a way that's going to let us be, in a way that's going to help us to get to where we need to go. Here's another lesson that I learned in this spiritual initiation, because it didn't stop there, y'all. Let me tell you. Y'all. We get home. Cool. We get home and we're like, okay, we about to do this. We about to rock and roll this. Now, I'm still delusional because I'm not understanding that I had a C-section and what that means. A C-section is major surgery, y'all. Major surgery. I don't know how these women, I love you, Iman. Thank you so much for your support. Y'all need y'all a doula. Y'all holler at Iman. I don't know how these women get BBLs, tummy tucks, all of these plastic surgeries and stuff. I don't know how they do it. Cause I got a C-section for my baby, for my life, for my baby's life. And it was the worst pain. And when you are experiencing, I said this earlier, when you are experiencing pain, deep physical pain, spirit, it's just, there's something spiritual taking place. Okay? There's something so deeply spiritual taking place when you are experiencing a deep level of physical pain. It forces you into spirit. It's like trauma programs the subconscious mind. But anyways, y'all, so let me backtrack though. After I had this C-section, this is how I knew it was initiation to higher levels of consciousness. And I don't even necessarily know exactly how it's all going to play out, right? But I know that this was one of the most challenging times of my life. I start hearing voices. I start seeing visions. I remember laying in the bed and I could see Kim. I could see Kim, our daughter Kim. I could see her as an adult already. Crazy. It was crazy. I just knew that I was seeing her adult self. Beautiful, chocolate, long curly hair, slim, and just so different and unique. Like she had on like a high-waisted skirt that was like checkered and like some boots. She was just different. She was just so unique, so beautiful. But I just saw a vision of her getting on a train in New York. And I see this vision. I'm wide awake, y'all. This is how I knew this whole experience was initiation. I'm wide awake. My eyes are open. And I just see a New York train and a beautiful black girl getting on a train. And my spirit told me that's Kim. So I was able to, through this experience, I was able to see our daughter without me asking for it, nothing. I was able to see her as an adult, as a grown woman. But this C-section for me opened up so much stuff. Y'all, when I'm telling you, I had to really like work with myself, work with my mind, because I was hearing so many voices, seeing spirits, just seeing a spirit walk by, hearing voices. And I'm just like, and this, look at this. Look at Dream. He holding it right there. Oh, he's so funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. Now my baby. But being put to sleep the way that I was put to sleep, being taken out of my body the way that I was, y'all, when I came back being able to, I came back seeing more spirits, hearing more spirits. Initiation. I cannot even put it into, I mean, I'm doing the best that I can to explain it to y'all. But anyways, y'all, the initiation didn't stop there. We get home. I'm not even realizing that I had a C-section. I'm thinking I'm just a mama, you know? Because the last two children that I had, immediately after I had them or hours after I had them, I was on my feet, moving around, doing whatever I needed to do. Which is why I'm still an advocate for anybody who is pregnant, who plans on becoming pregnant. I am an advocate for natural, unmedicated vaginal births. Okay? And I'm grateful to Spirit because a part of me having this experience is because I know in the second half of my life, I'm going to be doing birth work. I already know this because I was a midwife in a past life, and I know in this life I'm going to do that again. And I think I needed to have that C-section so that I can understand both sides of the spectrum. Because I was proud, y'all. Spirit is so funny. I was proud to be able to say that I had my children out of the hospital unmedicated. I was proud to be able to say I've breastfed my children. One of them I breastfed till 1.5 until we got pregnant with Kara. With Kara, I breastfed for 2 whole years. I was proud to be able to say that. But Spirit in this experience is teaching me that no matter how a child entered this world, it is to be honored, it is to be respected, and it is something to be proud of. So now I'm proud to have a strong body that was able to sustain the physical trauma, being put to sleep. Y'all, I'm on that table in the operating room. I'm hearing people counting. They saying, uh, 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 you know, they counting like the scalpels, you know. I'm having somebody stick a catheter. Y'all know what that is. That's when they stick something in your bladder, through your vagina or through your urethra for you to pee. I'm feeling somebody do that while I'm feeling somebody put a mask on my face. But so now I have a story to say I'm grateful for a healthy body. I'm grateful to have a body that was able to sustain that because there are many women who could not sustain that. There are many women who've had emergency C-sections and they didn't make it and the baby made it, or vice versa. They make it and the baby don't. There's so much that goes into it. And so Spirit has been showing me to honor all birth, to honor all life. But when you go through these spiritual initiations, it's really about shaking up what you believe to be true. Like I said, I was proud to have my children vaginally unmedicated out of the hospital. I was proud to breastfeed. Okay? With Kim, for the first day or two, she was being fed through a tube she was being fed through two tubes. She had a tube in her umbilical cord, and she had a tube that went down into her throat and into her stomach. I love that. Yes, shine bright. Thank you, Lana. That's so true. Womb alchemy, full circle. I thought about that too, Shalana. I thought about that when I was laying in that bed, when I was laying in that hospital bed. I was like, now ain't this some damn womb alchemy? I was like, see, I had to have another experience because I need to be able to connect with all women. There are women who I'm going to coach. There are women who will take womb alchemy. There are women who I'm going to help and support in their womb work, period, who've had C-sections. And now I can say I've had that too. But for the first 2 days, Kim was being fed through tubes. And like I said, I'm a breastfeeding mama. Our other 2 kids didn't have to taste formula. And I was proud of that. But see, Spirit shakes up your consciousness. I was proud that my kids didn't have to take formula, that I was able to nurse them. It was hard, it was challenging, but I was proud. I was proud to overcome that and be able to do that. But with Kim, she's being fed through tubes, fed whatever they feeding her. A good thing, though, is that I'm proud because I started pumping. And so now in healing and recovering. She healed faster than anybody they done ever seen in that hospital. Can y'all hear me now? Iman says y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Am I here? Put a thumbs up in the chat or something. Okay, Monique, thank you. Thank y'all. So what I was saying was Kim was being fed through tubes for like the first day or two. And I truly feel that my breast milk, because I had started pumping, and they started feeding her my breast milk through a tube. I truly feel that my breast milk supported her in bouncing back and being like, okay, I'm coming. I'm here. Because after she started getting my breast milk, everything started moving so fast, right? So I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be able to breastfeed her, y'all. But as she's recovered, her heart's good, her lungs good, her body's good. Her body is healthy. Now they like, okay, we need to make sure that she's peeing enough, that she's passing her bowels. We need to make sure that she's doing that, right? And according to them, my breastfeeding at the time when she was off the tubes, my breastfeeding her was not enough for her to start using the bathroom for them to know that her kidneys were functioning. So they say, you know what? We need to give her formula. We need to give her formula so that we can know that her kidneys are functioning, that her bowels are moving. That way y'all can go home. Again, when you are going through a spiritual initiation, your consciousness, your thoughts, what you believe to be true is going to be shaken up. Because for me, it was, no, my kids, no, they're all breastfed. I breastfeed them all, da, 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 da. In this situation, I had to accept that formula. Because I'm in a system. And at this point, this one Dream really frustrated with the system. This one Dream is like, no, let us go. And he's not saying this to them. He's communicating this to me. But he's like, man, they really just holding us here. Kim is fine. She's healthy. We seen her. She's good. Why are they giving us extra shit that we have to do? But we're in a system. And this system has helped us get to where we are right now. And it is what it is. So we had to give her formula so that she can start having 6 diapers and da 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 da. Again, what you believe to be true, what you feel like you have to have, who you feel like you have to be, what you feel like you have to do. When your back is up against that wall and you cannot make sense of, rationalize whatever's going on, you're going to do what you need to do. And you're going to understand that for anything to be in existence, it's a part. For anything that is in existence has the potential to support you, regardless. So people like, you know, in the past, I've been like, oh, formula. It got all of this stuff in it. Formula. Oh, it got this word we cannot pronounce. This word you cannot pronounce. What is this? What is this? Nah, my baby got to be breastfed. And Spirit showed me, nah, your baby gonna be fine on this formula. If it's here, it is something that I've provided, and if you need it, you can use it. Again, spiritual people, let's stop limiting. Let's stop limiting what we do or how we show up because we want to be vegans, or because we want to say, you know, I breastfed all my kids, or because we say I healed myself at home. All of that stuff. Yes, you set your intentions. My intention is and has always been to fully breastfeed my kids and for them not to need formula. But with Kim, and she's still drinking formula. She breastfeeds for me and she drinks formula. It is what it is. Because I didn't tell y'all how the initiation kept going. When I got home, y'all, I got pneumonia. How? Don't know. All I know is that when I would get up, I would go to the bathroom, or I don't know, just doing simple stuff. I'm lightheaded, I'm dizzy, I'm feeling like I'm about to pass out. And I'm like, I'm telling Dream, and I'm telling my family, I'm like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I think I'm feeling good one moment, and then I do something and I'm not feeling good. And so I had to stop nursing Kim because we had transitioned to fully nursing her. But I didn't have no appetite. I'm lightheaded. I'm dizzy. Something's going on within my body. And I'm like, okay, well, let me stop nursing. Let's give her formula. Let me stop nursing, because when you breastfeed, that nutrient that your body needs, you're giving to the baby. Ain't Spirit so divine? Spirit is so divine. Spirit is like, if you gonna breastfeed, you're giving your nutrients to that baby, whether you have it or not. Whether you have enough calories in your body or not, that baby's about to get them calories. I love it. I'm grateful to Spirit for that, right? My baby's going to eat. My baby's going to be healthy regardless of where I am. But I had to take a step back. I had to surrender. I had to take care of myself. And I had to say, okay, well, let's just give her bottles. Let me not nurse so that I can recover. Me and Dream end up going to the ER. He ends up taking me to the ER on a Saturday morning because I'm like, I'm dizzy. I don't know what's going on. Get to the ER. They run all of these tests. Turns out I have pneumonia. I'm like, Spirit, what's going on? What is going on? What? It's so funny. I want to tell y'all to pay attention to this. This is the ego. Because I started asking myself, what have I done? Even I started to ask myself, what have I done what thoughts were I keeping to manifest all of this shit? And I'm grateful because Spirit quickly checked me. And because I started to recount. I started to go over. I started to look into my mind. I started to analyze my mind, my actions. And it was one of those things where Spirit said, there's nothing that you've done, thought, said, whatever. It just is. We live in a world of polarity. And life's been good to me. It still is. Life's been good to me. Spirit's been good to me and still is, even amid all of that. But, it came up. They telling me I have pneumonia, I'm dizzy, I'm all of this. I'm like, what have I done? What thoughts have I had to have created all of this chaos in my life right now. And Spirit just said, this is when I understood that this was a spiritual initiation and that there was nothing that I physically done. There wasn't any thoughts that I was keeping. It's just it's one of those things. It's one of those times. It's one of those spaces. It's one of those places. It's one of those moments in life that you have to go through. You just got to go through it. And that's why I said in the title, don't rush the process. And we're still in it. We're still in it. I'm still, I mean, I'm still, my stomach is over here growling. I don't know why. I'm not hungry. But it's just a part of the process. It's a part of life. And even as a spiritual being. And I'm like, I've done so much good in my life. And I have. In my coaching sessions, we experienced breakthroughs. The Master Student Conference was amazing. I pour into people. I love on people. I give good vibes. I'm like all it is. And Spirit just said, Spirit said, keep doing that. Spirit said, keep doing that. But embrace this moment in time where you're having these experiences, where it's hard, where it's challenging, where you don't know. I'm in a space of, I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. And it makes these spiritual initiations that we go through, it makes everything else that you do more powerful, more potent, more impactful. And I think that's what it really boils down to. It boils down to, and it helps you to develop a greater, a deeper level of trust. Because there were times where I thought I was going to die in this space. And when I had that emergency C-section, I truly do feel that I did die. And I came back. And I came back with voices, and I came back with visions, and I came back with, I was telling Dream. I was just telling him, I was like, I don't feel like the same person that I was before that happened. Before that experience, I'm not that same person. I was telling him that. And even he was like, I don't know who you are. There were times we would have conversations. He was just like, who are you? What's going on? But that's how the subconscious mind is programmed. That's how you're programmed to be stronger, to be better, to be more in tune, to be more trusting. That's just what it is. So, excuse me, y'all. So, I'm so grateful. I'm a better coach. I've still been coaching. Shout out to all my coaching clients that have been so patient. You've been patient with me rescheduling. You just have been so patient in this 4 weeks, in this month. And I'm grateful to y'all for that. So the Sacred Sister Circle. It was my intention. Spirit is like, girl, you thought. It was my intention to start the Sacred Sister Circle, to start having meetings and to start building and start doing that work January, the top of January. Spirit says no. So we're going to start in March. March is actually the official new year for people who know. March is the new year because March is spring. And when we're dealing with December, January, February, we're still dealing with winter. So we're still dealing with decay. We're still dealing with needing to really center ourselves. There you go, Iman. We're still dealing with the need for rest. We're still dealing with the need for quiet, for centering, for emptying. We're still dealing with the need to empty, to let go, to just purge. And so a part of this initiation is the manifestation of the Sacred Sister Circle for March, giving myself and you the time to rest, to purge, to empty, to release, to reflect. Okay. So, so that's what's happening. So it is my intention. It is my intention to make content, and the content that I'm going to be making leading up to the Sacred Sister Circle is going to hint at what's to come within the Sacred Sister Circle. But I just want to talk to the family about the energy that we are in, the seasons that we are in. Okay? Because everything is about the seasons. And just like we see seasons in the external world, winter, spring, summer, fall, just like we see those seasons in our external world, those seasons are taking place within our internal world. And that's a part of the Sacred Sister Circle, helping women to understand the season that you are in and understanding how to align your spiritual practice with the seasons so that you can optimize this energy, so that you can heal, so that you can connect, so that you can serve in your purpose. And so I'm going to be creating content that is relative to the season that we are in, which is all about, like Tangela posted, shadow work, which is all about the reflection, which is all about emptying and really releasing and purging and letting go and being okay with not being, with that, with being okay with not thinking, being okay with going against what you thought you knew, who you thought you were, what you thought you needed. That's what this time is. This time right now, this spiritual initiation for me, and I'm sure you've had spiritual initiations as well, where you've had experiences that you just feel like you don't have no control and you just have to surrender and control your thinking and control your vibration. But in this time, we're really being challenged to analyze what we think we know, what we think we need, who we think we are, what we think we can and cannot do. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. And so as I am going through that process, it is my intention to share that with you. And it's going to help you to get an understanding of how the Sacred Sister Circle is going to work, because with each season comes a certain type of spiritual practice that you should be having that is in alignment. Okay. So I just wanted to come on and talk to y'all. I did not expect to be an hour. But Kim's not crying, so we're good. But I just wanted to come on and share with y'all where I'm at, where I've been, where I'm going, and just hope to encourage y'all to know that whenever you're having an experience that is intense, one, I want you to understand that this is programming your subconscious mind. It is helping you to know that you're stronger than you feel. You're smarter than than you think. You have more wisdom than you know. It is to let you know that you didn't do anything wrong. Okay? If you're having an experience where it just feels like chaos and it feels like you're in a whirlwind, it feels like you're in a tornado, it feels like you cannot catch your breath, don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself, but ask yourself, how can I surrender to what is right now? How can I embrace this process? How can I not rush this process? How does this how what am I learning from this? What lies have I told myself? Or what stories have I told myself that are no longer serving who I am and where I'm going? How is this situation refining me, helping me, teaching me so that I can be my best self, so I can live more powerfully, more purposefully? That's it. Okay? Things happen to good people. Things happen to good people. And just know you're always doing your best. Okay? You're always doing your best. And when you're not doing your best, it is your responsibility, and it's the people closest to you. It is their responsibility and your responsibility to hold yourself accountable. That's why the Sacred Sister Circle is so important. To hold yourself accountable and to be held accountable, and to ask yourself, why am I not showing up as my best? My best in this moment. Because your best in every moment is going to be different. Like, my best over this last 4 weeks has been sitting down on that couch doing absolutely nothing. That's been my best. I don't feel like I was about to pass out and can't eat so much. But my best is getting better. My best is getting better. Like, coming on here and making this video after 4 weeks of not talking to y'all. Okay? So, understand you're always doing your best. And understand that you don't have to have done anything wrong for shit to go wrong in your life. And understand that even when you think things have gone wrong, things are in divine alignment. Kim had to be born at the hospital. She had to be born at the hospital so that she can have the support that she needed. So that she can live. So that she can be here. So that I can be able to hold my baby and love my baby and give her and just live a beautiful life. She had to. My human mind would say that something went wrong. I did something wrong. Something happened. We messed up. My human mind would say that. But my spirit knows that even amid the chaos, there's something there that needed to happen for all of our growth and expansion. And so I just want to leave y'all with that. You didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. And sometimes things happen because it's necessary for your evolvement, for your growth, for your expansion. And so don't rush the process. Don't rush the process. Be in it. Be in it. Challenge your thinking. Challenge your feeling. And if you need help in any of this, I'm still coaching. That's something I'm gonna be doing all the time, year round. So if you need help with this, you know where to reach me. You know where to reach me. Book a complimentary call. We can talk about it. Other than that, y'all, I love y'all. And hopefully I'll be making videos consistently. We're gonna see. That's the plan. But we're gonna see how I feel. We're gonna see how baby Kim feels. She's doing a great job right now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and love. Y'all leave some comments. Let me know how this resonates with y'all in the comments, and we'll talk soon.